good, Anakin, good. Kill him.
All right, bro. So I wanted to bring to people's attention the fact that in most of the countries that I know, I don't know if it's every country, but I think that when your parents get you a birth certificate, which is then property of the government, they have your place of birth and your time of birth and the date of birth. So, if you were to look at it from a kind of sinister perspective or an occult perspective, you could argue that the overlords of this world at the moment could easily just pick out, date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, perfect. Then they find the astrology makeup of a person, and then they can see how much of a threat is this person to our foundation, our kingdom, and then they can just target them based on all the weaknesses and all the stuff that show up in their chart from birth, from day one, and then bam, within a year, within 6 months, they're a targeted individual. Trauma, 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 trauma. So yeah, just a thought.
Yeah, actually, the thing is, every country's got a different setup, and every country's got different norms and different kind of parents' minds and stuff. So the thing is that when, like, let's say a child is born, and depending upon the weaknesses of the mother and father, the kid might have some sort of an ambiguity in their design. Okay, and then on top of that, when the medical system is going to, like, tag the child with all of the things that they do, okay, after that, then those powers, then those shadows are going to assess that, okay, this person was in this form and now he's been turned into this in a couple of hours. Now how much can we do? Is this guy going to fall for our use, or should we, like, abuse him, you know? So in the Western countries, right, very easy for them in a sense, because the whole installment is unnatural. So the unnatural fields, they actually help them, and they do not let them wake up. The subjects wake up on time, because the unnatural fields are actually going to keep them subjugated in some sort of a trap, mind trap, and it would not allow the brain to think of ways out, because it'll get into a trapped position, just like a schizophrenic or like some psychotic person. Like, I know a guy, he takes every week a antipsychotic injection, and I'm like, what the, like, they keep telling him that, oh, if you go on a higher level, then you will get schizophrenic and stuff. I had a friend, he has schizophrenia. His dad a is a very important person in America. His dad's a big scientist, okay, and that person was having schizophrenia. They were giving him things. He was a savant. He was so intelligent, that guy, but because of his condition, he was trapped. He was locked in their thing. And then one day he wanted to, like, get free, and he went through wrong methods, and he didn't intend to, but he committed suicide, because he was like, I just can't keep going like this. So that's the thing, basically.
It is when you're in that kind of zone where I feel like the truth, the truth is great, but for someone who's not really equipped to handle it, it can be a dangerous weapon.
Nobody's equipped to handle any of this. When like you said, that if somebody's equipped to handle it, nobody is. Nobody's equipped to handle it. No, but when you facing it, you don't know what's happening to you. You only get to know what's happening to you until unless you, like, start realizing, or some kind of hidayah comes to you, and then you understand that, okay, shit, this is what's going on. But other than that, everybody thinks, oh, this is it, yeah, and I'm fated to be in a shitty place, and all of this is just meant to happen, and life is shit. And that's why they keep on pushing that idea that the demiurge owns you, and this is a trap, soul trap, and this is a, like, a fake existence, more like a soul slavery kind of thing. But that's not true. That's not true. That's only the conditions of that are being created, and people are being led to believe in that because there's entire godlessness everywhere.
It's like a entire illusion, like a bad dream, you know. And say, for example, someone like they grew up basically being an atheist, and then all of a sudden, boom, the lights turn on, and they just see everywhere the unseen, bada 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 bada. I don't think they'd handle it too well. And I think if you find out like how kind of bad, the Illuminati is, all that stuff, it can really mess with your mind. So yeah, um, that's a bit of a tangent, but back to the kids. I think, say if you were able to tell, oh, this person, yeah, they're very easily manipulative. Oh, sorry, and we can use them for our agenda, and they'll actually be like very good. They'll suck it up, do whatever. I think they'll traumatize them, but they'll also like use them a lot more and maybe elevate them and divert resources to them secretively or somehow. But then if they see people like, oh yeah, we can mess them up, but they're never going to work for us, then they'll probably like do as much as they can to keep that person down, gang stalk the hell out of them, all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That kind of stuff happens. Like there's a lot of different modes of operation in that because the thing is that every humanity is so segregated and so much chunked up in pieces that everybody's just getting to the wrong or the right in a very like unorthodox way now. But the people getting to the right decisions are very less. The people like amassing to the false is a huge number. And well, I have a big feeling that something grand is just by the corner, and I hope, inshallah, that we get to a good place. It all depends upon how much we study the Quran and try to see how much it parallels from reality and all the hidden aspects of reality. If they haven't revealed themselves entirely, they might slowly and gradually. Basically, everybody's themselves.
Getting ourselves, actually, you know, healthy. Because I'm not saying this is absolute gospel fact, but I think your physical self is very tied to how much you can handle and get revealed spiritually.